I think this, and just very transparently, this is, I think, the hardest part of ecosystem building is how do you measure the impact of an ecosystem when the system has been generally designed to measure the impact of an individual program. Whereas we're trying to track if Johnny has come from an SBDC coach to Faster West Virginia, and then he advances and he goes into G Beta at Marshall, which is an accelerator program, and then he gets connected to like we're trying to map all of that, whereas all of those individual organizations are also tracking that. So for our ecosystem, what we're really trying to do is look at things like referral velocity. How quickly are we referring to the entrepreneur to the right place? How accountable are we to getting back to them? Are they getting the right resources? We've even kind of noodled around the idea of creating almost like a founder friendliness score where we ask founders what are the things that matter the most to you and can we track those across the ecosystem and even at the organizational level and create a dashboard for that type of accountability. So for me across the ecosystem it's less about uh, the the individual jobs created, those are all great, but it's more about how are we working as a system to support those entrepreneurs? And will that over time advance our baseline counting data, our baseline state data, and move forward? Yeah, I think we are really going to be leaning into anecdotal evidence, and can that anecdotal evidence identify themes and again levers that we can track a little bit more strongly to tell the human story. So when all of that data lives in conversations and anecdotes, it's like it's very hard to capture that type of spirit, but that's the type of stuff that we're trying to capture is can we take stories and can we thematically look at them and create movement metrics on
Mm.
those? And that's kind of where we're leaning into what is the actual ecosystem narrative here and how do we articulate that? How do you quantify stories in a way that can compete with economic development measures or at least be put in connection to them?